Hello team, Blake Sargent here, and in this video we're going to look at whether a healthcare practice can actually make you the money that you really want and what the percentages are that we should aim for. Because often people go through a phase of being a sole practitioner and they realize, well, actually, they can make decent money there. And we work with loads of people who have been sole practitioners and have been associates and actually made a lot of money. But the downside was that it was them doing all of the work, and every time they went on holiday, no money came in. And after working like that for many, many years, they go, I just can't keep doing this. So when we actually look at a practice and we look at it as a business, i.e. we need to employ people to do some of the treatments and we're not the ones generating all the income, we need to start learning different skills about business, and we need to perhaps start pricing slightly differently. Because whereas before we might have been able to charge less because we did the treatment, when you actually employ somebody, there needs to be enough margin in the consult cost to actually be able to pay somebody to do that. And there are actual numbers, percentages at which the model works and at which it absolutely doesn't work. And, I've worked with people at the start where they've employed some people here, but they're just not charging enough for consults. So by the time that they've paid people to fulfill those consults and to work with patients, they've paid their salaries, the owner still has to treat loads and loads and loads and loads to actually fund that part of the business, and they're ultimately running a bit of a charity. So we've got to understand what percentages need to happen to actually make a healthcare practice work. So I'm going to start with the important bit, and we know in healthcare, look, it's not all about profit, but there needs to be some profit. If we ever want to reinvest back in the business, there's got to be some profit. So the goal we always look for is 20% net profit, and half of that, which is 10% of the total turnover, we want to keep as cash. So for every £100, $100 comes in, we want to make sure we hold on to 20% of it as profit. And of that, half of that, i.e. 10% of the total turnover, we're going to hold on as cash. So with that in mind, of every £100 that comes in, $100 that comes in, where does the rest need to go? So we never want to pay more than 40%, including pension, national insurance, to practitioners. And so for that, some of you already giving away 50 or 60% to associates, this is a really tough model for you to actually be left with anything, because we always have 20% running costs. We have 10, we want to have about, and these are just basic costs, okay? About 13% to support salaries, i.e. admin, because we can't have 30%, because this is non-revenue generating salaries, right? It's support, which leaves us about 7% for rent. So we've got to get really on top of our profit and loss and understand and be able to say, well, look, for every £100 that comes in, which everybody thinks as a business owner, oh God, £100 comes in, oh, you must hold on to £100. That's not true. For every £100 that comes in, you've got to pay somebody to do the appointment, maximum 40%, including pensions and national insurances, then 20% running costs, 13% to the support staff, and then 7% on rent to be able to leave ourselves with 20% profit. And if you're not charging enough money for your consult, you'll be able to pay these, and then there'll be absolutely nothing left up there. So this is what we call the practice percentage pyramid, and it just gives a basic example of where to aim for with our numbers. Hope that helps.